Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Saturday, the 5th of August. I remember because it's my wife's birthday. I better remember. Anyway, welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I have a special guest for the second time, uh, Robin the Voice Noble. And we're going to chat with you today about this unbelievable business that we both absolutely fell in love with because of what it can do for anyone and everyone. That is the main reason. Robin, go ahead and say hello.
Hello, everybody out there. Dawn, happy birthday. It's a fabulous Saturday, and I'm looking forward to being here with all of you and the wonderful way the discussion's going to reveal itself and unfathom and with Marty. We're going to have fun today. It's going to be a good one.
One of the things we're going to go through a lot of things, and this is mainly we're talking to the existing members of ONPASSIVE, and we're talking to uh, people that will be joining in the future. The one thing I'm going to bring up is that it's a random order because I'm a random dude. Um, the, the the one of the strong things about this company and this business is it's a wealth equalizer. And what I mean by that is if you've ever if you came online to make an income like I did in 2004, and I spent hours and hours and hours, months, years trying to get this elusive, how do I get to be one of the 2% that make money? And I thought, from my background, usually when I put my head to something, I can figure out how to do it. Many years in, and I don't need to go through all that, but most of you are going to relate to what I'm saying. Many years in, different opportunities, I guess they want to call them. You just every so often you flip over a rock and find out there's more you didn't know that you need to know, and that's life, and that's okay. But what I kept flipping over was, wow, the more times I flip this over, the more I find out what you really need to know to be so-called successful online. Takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of money. And I'm thinking, man, that's rough. Because why? Well, we all came on here originally, let's say, to make an extra income because we're tired of working a job, just above broke all the time. And I thought, okay, if it takes money, that's the whole reason I'm here. So that's not going to be easy. I can't rub two nickels together. If it takes time, I have it because I was disabled. But what about everyone else? Where maybe a single parent, lady or a man, doesn't matter, couple kids, working a job, 40 hours. A lot of people work two jobs, overtime, whatever they can to make ends meet while they're trying to build this thing online, which is stacked against them. There's just no way you could go online. I didn't know this at first. And just snap, do what this guru told me, and I'm going to be set for life. I did exactly what I was told. Buku times. Many times I was told, do this, do that. I did it to the T. About 8 years in, I got where, I have to build my own list. And I can't keep running through the family. They're hiding from me now. How do I do it? Oh, you buy a solo app. Most of you know what that is. But what it really is regurgitation of names and emails of people that are already upset that they've been called 900 times. What kind of business is that? Well, then I thought I got to learn how to market. And I mean market. I mean make your own list. Robin, I'm going to be a little bit, but you can fill in. I want to finish where I'm going.
Absolutely.
So as you're doing this, I said, okay, I gotta learn how to create a list that's ongoing. It's a small river coming in of new people constantly. Now, why? Another bad thing about the opportunities online. To make it online, the way it's set up now is you have to not only be a marketer, but you have to come up with a way to bring in people quicker than they quit. And you all know why we quit. We're not making any money. We don't have the skills. It's not brain surgery. So this goes on and on and on and on. So your so-called ones that do make it are people that can dig a hole faster than the dirt falls back in. That's not a business. And as soon as you get to that mode, and I did, got to the mode where I could bring in people a little faster than they quit. But what happens then? The switchover. People don't become people. They're a number. But they're not. They're real people that want it as bad as you do. And the most disgusting thing to tell somebody is, oh, you don't want it bad enough. Come on. There's people that want it bad enough. They may not have the time. Yeah, there's lazy people too, no doubt. But you want to give people that chance, the opportunity, a fair game. Everybody gets a fair pitch. It's not like you get a fastball and I get some underhanded, toss, and I got a bat the size of a telephone pole. Everybody has the same game. And it was disgusting. I joined up with a couple gentlemen. We did very well, built teams. We could bring people in, whatever the opportunity was. But it got to the point where, how many people can I help, really help? Now, this is what the gurus will tell you. You do exactly what I'm telling you, and you could do what I'm doing. And I hate to say this, it's not true. For one thing, it's very difficult to duplicate what you're doing. How do I take 10 years that I learned how to do what I'm doing in a marketing thing that's always moving? And I'm going to train that to somebody who doesn't have 10 hours a day. They got 2. Okay, so 5 years in, you've got 10 people doing exactly what you're doing. Where does that put you? You're broke. Most of these companies charge you a monthly payment. Every month, they have you pay this every month to stay into this business that you're not making any money in. So the second month or the first month, you're already behind. You're already losing money. So what happened was, in 2019, ONPASSIVE was brought to me. And I looked at it, I asked some questions, and to make a long story short as I can, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. 4.5 years ago, I'm in a company surrounded by people that have been through what I've been through, but now they have a chance to win. We all win. The competition is zero. I don't have to do this. I want to. I want people to know. Same with Robin here. But the part that we're going to bring up now, all the heavy lifting, all the stuff that I had to learn, and the skills, and I know not everybody has the time, is done. All that work, the heavy lifting is done for you. There's no auto ship. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. But if you do purchase something, I promise you, it'll be above market value, technology like you've never seen before, and you'll get paid to use it if you share it. Boom. And you can buy traffic. You have to go out there and try to figure out Does this ad work? Does this ad work? Only for them to tell you after you spent $250. No, 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 no. Okay, that's a good one. But the ad you come up with was something that nobody would click on. ONPASSIVE does all that for you. And that's why I'm passionate about a business that was designed for anyone. You're in, you win. It is that simple. They do all the weightlifting. They do all the hard work. And you just got to be in, be dedicated, and you win. And the first point I wanted to make is wealth equalizer. In most businesses, in fact, I can't think of any like ONPASSIVE, none. But most of the businesses out there that I've been in, 50 of them, 60 of them, 15 years full time, 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, minimum. Not one of those, not one of those does everybody win. In fact, they're all gone. They either last 3 months, don't pay what they say, or they last 3 months and they're not set up to handle the influx of people. They're dead. They shut down and take off with whatever money they can collect for 6 months. And what happens? You're left humiliated. You've invited friends and family and they got burnt. You got burnt. You believed in what you were saying, but they don't care. Sometimes they don't care. They just take off. I'm not here to bash other businesses. There's a lot of products out there that I've used that I still would use. I'm not promoting the business, but I would use them. That's not what I'm saying. It's the systems are rigged. MLM does not work. It does not work. If only 2% make it, if 2% drive a whole company, and 98% are just sheep that you just blend through until you get a couple more to stay. And if you can last a year, they make a couple $1 million. It shuts down. They repackage it, come out and say, hey, look at the new shiny object, and we all jump on it again, just in hopes we will win. But with ONPASSIVE, the equal, being an equal opportunity way of making money. In other words, it does not care if you're a woman, a man, what religion you are, what country you're from. It's equal. Meaning this, if my commission on a certain product was $50, it's the same 50 that my brothers and sisters in Papua New Guinea are going to get. That's amazing. You go to a company now, you know, women don't make as much. And they can be twice as smart, right? African Americans, any minorities. It happens. It's reality. Things happen where they're not quite equal. In ONPASSIVE, everybody is equal. That's so powerful. That's so powerful. And you know, we get all wrapped up in all the little details. We have the best products. Why? If you don't believe me, you don't know me. Get in. You get 3 products free just for signing up. And by the way, if you do it before midnight tomorrow, you can enter a giveaway of total of $21,000. Why wouldn't you do that? And if you want to do that, go to coolzone.ai or scan the code that's on my website. Anyway, but what I want to tell you is we're going to go through some more stuff. Robin's here. I've done a lot of talking. As you can hear, the voices going. But that's what happens. I love what I'm doing. I want as many people as I can get to come in. And it doesn't have to be with me. Anybody in ONPASSIVE, if you can get in, please get in. Then you decide. And do yourself a favor. Don't Google something. Hey, what is this? What is that? Listen, if you Google a boo-boo on your finger, you'll be scared to death when you're done. Come to find out your leg's going to fall off. I mean, don't do that. Get the truth for yourself. Get in, look at it for yourself. Doesn't cost anything. You get a free email that's run AI. Everything's AI. It's amazing. That's all I can say. Let me turn over to Robin because I am dwindling down to zero. I promised her I wouldn't talk this much, but she knows I don't tell the truth sometimes, especially when it's unpassive. But here's Robin.
Marty, thank you so much. Your passion comes through at every time. Trying to work with you to help your voice, but it just doesn't happen. You are unpassive through and through, and that's what you talk, that's what you speak from your heart every time. We are so fortunate to have you with the understanding, with the joy, with the passion of what you bring to us and help us to understand. Updates in terms of the failure rates when you are in MLM businesses. They've actually upgraded the amount, the percentage is 99% now of people who do not achieve everything that is promised when they get spoken to about a business and the compensation plans. They've upgraded that number from 97 to 99 in 2023, and that's the failure rate. And actually, that's a very, very disillusioning downgrade for people who are involved in other businesses, MLMs who are wanting to make an additional life stream of earnings for themselves. Some of the products are great, buy them, use them yourself. But in terms of a business model, as Marty says, the success rates on this is getting worse. We have to be multi-talented and multi-knowing, and we almost need the degree in that to be able to run our own businesses. We might have thoughts and ideas and a passion from our heart, but if we don't know how to do all these different facets online and social media side of it and everything else, if we are working within another company and sometimes even our own non-MLM business, if we don't know all these different aspects and we miss any of these steps, we unfortunately may not achieve those rewards that we were so desperately hoping to create. And the passion that we had for that business, we lose it. And if you don't do this, we lose it. We miss out, we get disillusioned, we get frustrated. On average, to be part of another company, you're paying $100 a month. Now, if you live in a different country other than the States, you're adding shipping and exchange rates and everything else into that. So the amount does add up. Again, we're not bashing anything from a product side of things, but we are saying that the model for business in some of these companies is not made, it's just not created to be the best way for you to make money. ONPASSIVE is an iceberg, and I think we're realizing this more and more as we're actually learning more and more about ONPASSIVE. The bits that we are seeing are incredible, but there is so much going on behind the scenes, below the surface of what is there. All honesty, all integrity, wonderful. Everything all right, Marty? And we are learning directly with Ash and with his executive teams of how ONPASSIVE has been built and how it is working for us. I've actually been beside an iceberg. I was down in Antarctica during my time on ships, and I was in a Zodiac cruising around the icebergs. So I do have a realistic vision and picture of what an iceberg looks like. Magnificent and huge on top when you're that close to them. And I do understand the magnitude, the size of what goes on underwater. And I equate that to ONPASSIVE. Not hard to do for me. And as we hear of more and more incredible products and tools and platforms that will be coming forward for us through ONPASSIVE, this is just so exciting, and we should all start to get excited if we're not there yet. Do you realize that for many, many people around the world, the month ends before the money does? That leads to numbers of poverty, of homelessness, of disillusionment, of fear, of the families breaking down, of multi-generational families are on the rise. The children are moving home. Do you realize that sometimes 2 salaries in a family are not enough to put 3 meals on a table and pay all the bills every month? This is 2023, folks. This is sad. This is terrible. And it seems as if we haven't learned, and by we, I also refer to governments, I also refer to the organizations that are in charge of all of this, haven't learned lessons to make it a better place, to make it a better world, to make it safer. Starting to look at numbers, for instance, do you realize that approximately 1.3 billion people experience a significant disability worldwide? That's nearly 16% of the population, and of that 1.3 billion people with disabilities, 74% of them are invisible. So you won't see a wheelchair, you won't see a cane. Poverty around the world, according to the World Bank from April of 2023, is approximately 9% of the world. That's just over 700 million people, and they live on less than $2.15 a day. Up to a quarter of our population. The poverty exists in every country in the world in 2023. How disgraceful is this? With everything that we supposedly know and are able to do, how can that be an acceptable number? It exists in every single country in the world right now. There are nearly half of the world's population lives on less than $10 a day. Over 2 billion people live on $3 or 10 cents or less, and 1 million of those 2 million people, I was incorrect in that. 2 billion people live on less than $3.10 a day. And of those 2 billion, half of that, 1 billion people live on less than $1 a day. There are 1 billion children included in these numbers. This is terrible. These are statistics around the world that should not be happening in 2023. Thanks to Ash and his vision to make the world a better place, to help humanity from his heart, there are so many facets in this ONPASSIVE diamond. We have O Bless, we have O Academy, we have our first amazing product that we've all been using called O Connect, and we've been using that to connect with the world. And he has created ONPASSIVE under the banner of love, that he wanted to make an impact in the world with hope, help, and kindness, without prejudice, without criticism, without judgment. And we are all part of this. We, meaning those who have already been with ONPASSIVE as founders, moving into affiliates now to be able to help other people. And those of you out there who have not yet joined ONPASSIVE can start to see how this movement, how this company is wanting to make positive changes in the world. And we hope you will join us, because it is genuinely free, truthfully free to join right now. So we don't take a credit card. We don't ask for any other information from you. We don't need your address. We don't take any of that information. You create your own email, and that is your private property. That opens up the back office, which is your business. And then there's all sorts of wonderful things that you can learn once you are in, because the tip of the iceberg starts when you have access to the back office after you've set up your free account and you start learning what ONPASSIVE truly is all about. Ash, through his heart, through his vision, through his knowing that it can be a better world, has attracted like-minded people, like our Muhammad Kamal, like our Muhammad Nazal, and so many others that we have yet to meet. They're coming out slowly. And again, staging of this incredible company, this mammoth of a unicorn company, can only be done in this fashion, because suddenly to present it all to us would be overwhelming for everybody. And nobody would really know what to do or how to do it or where to go to follow what needs to be done. So again, there's strategy in every step that Ash has taken from the moment that I joined in 2018, 2019 at the beginning, all the way to now, to the last founders joining in 2022, and to everybody who has joined as a customer and as an affiliate since then. So please realize that when you hear us online, when you listen to these lives and watch the videos, we are passionate about this company because we understand or we feel or something has attracted us at some level of our being and our cellular DNA, that we want to be part of something that we know can be better in this world. So this is why we are so excited. This is why we want to be with Ash. Nobody's forcing us. This is not some of the words we hear out there. But you know what? I don't focus on that because I too want to be from the heart. I too want to resonate and to reach the people that need the help and the support. My goals, my desires are people with invisible disabilities, our veterans, our indigenous peoples around the world who have been marginalized for so long, who have not been seen, and who are not receiving financial compensations that they can realistically live on and take care of themselves and their families. So I really am putting this out today to ask you if you know anybody in any of those areas that we're talking about and beyond. We don't just see the whole picture. This is why Marty and I talk. This is why many of us have conversations behind the scenes about who can we help? How can we reach them? How do we get the message out there? This is truly free to join. And I know so many of us have been taken by the word free in the past. You don't know me. Most of you don't know Marty. I only met Marty through ONPASSIVE. But the friendships and the relationships of like-minded thoughts and desires have been fueled by ONPASSIVE, with passion. And quickly, another reason why I became part of this is because my previous life before ONPASSIVE was working on cruise ships. And I had the joy and the luxury and the advantages of traveling around the world, gratefully on somebody else's dollar. But I went to so many countries. Approximately 200, I think, was on my resume sheet. And I saw all kinds of wonderful, amazing people in these countries. And I saw people who were helping people who didn't have anything. I saw people who didn't have anything who were helping people who didn't have anything. And when I heard the dream, the goal, the vision, the mission of what Ash was wanting to do with ONPASSIVE, it was a very easy, yes, I'm in. I couldn't say no. I was just physically drawn to this, to signing up and to being part of this and registering. And my goal and my hope is to be able to help people around the world with integrity, with love, with help and giving them hope, and through kindness and truth, that we're going to be able to make a different world, a better world for everybody. And as that message starts to get out there, we hope we will help more people. Marty, is your voice back?
No, but I'm going to wing it anyway. Are you done, Robin?
I might swing back again after you for a moment, but you tell me where we go.
Okay. 347 people. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Not counting TikTok, over 1,000 likes, which is pretty nice. Thank you very much, TikTok. Need your help. Whatever you can do to help me out here, I'd appreciate it. I'm new on TikTok. One of the things that Robin brought up is the company and the CEO, which is Ash Mufara. Very important, and I found this out the hard way because obviously I've got involved with some companies, a lot of companies that, well, they weren't companies, they were just fly by night, whatever. But once I got to know the CEO of this company, Mr. Mufara, I have never, now listen, same type of life as Robin. I traveled the world. I was a and project engineer. Okay, uh, we went from different parts of the world. Maintenance part built the equipment. I came in to start it and get all the stuff right and do all the training in all over the world, all over the world. And it was the best thing that ever happened, best journey I ever took. Not because how much I made or what, it's because I learned to not judge people by what I hear on the news and all that. Everywhere I went, Russia, Taiwan, Japan, England, Luxembourg, France, everybody had the same thing in common. They wanted the best for their family. They wake up just like I do. They do just like I do. But some are born in a situation that's way worse than me. Like on my bad days, I always revert back. There's at minimum 1 billion people that have it worse than me. Actually, more. 8 billion people on the planet. It's probably 77 billion that have it worse than me. Maybe even more than that. And so it puts perspective in. But going back to Mr. Mufara, I have met very intelligent people, super intelligent. In my business, metallurgist, scientist, I mean, everything you can imagine. I've met very wealthy people, super wealthy. I've met wise people. I've met daring people. I've met kind, nice people. But I've never met one that has the whole package. Never. Until I met Mr. Mufara. Never. With this business that we're talking to you about, and it's pie in the sky. You don't know who I am. I'm just saying, the day will come where this will be the biggest company in the world. And his goal never was to be the so-called richest man in the world. Doesn't care about it. Doesn't even drive him. He doesn't even like to talk about it. In 4.5 years, I heard him say the words money on, I could say it on my hand, how many times he said it. And it wasn't about him. He did something so unique. He wants, from the bottom of his heart, I asked him one day, what do you do if you have time off? Because he's working around the clock. You'd have to know that. You have to come in to see that if you want. But I'm just telling you. We went out yesterday, he said, with the boys. He's got 2 little boys and his wife. And we went to Costco, filled up our SUV, and we gave out food and water to people that are poor or live on the street. I was like, oh my God, that's what this guy's doing on his time off. And in his mind, he thought, what would it be like if I could create 1 million, 2 million Mother Teresa type people that can give? Now, he's always said this, come in, get established, take care of you, fill up your cabinet, fill up your gas tank, fix the car, maybe get debt free, maybe buy a house. I don't know, whatever. But I think it's unlimited. If you want it and your dream's big enough, you can get it with ONPASSIVE. My opinion, I don't speak for the company, but I'm not dumb. I've seen what they've done. I've seen the foundation they're building. We are huge, beyond huge. Biggest companies in the world right now started in a garage or in an attic. We're a multi-unicorn company right now before we sold one product, which is coming any day. That's why me and Robin and other people are pushing this so strong. I want everybody to be in on it. Everybody. I spent years where 1% make it and the rest don't. I'm sick and tired of it. This way, everybody wins. That's why we're pushing it. But going back to Ashwapara, because he's that way and has all these attributes that I just said, automatically, and he's said this to me, you will automatically draw people that you're like, or that are like you. Automatically, it just happens. People get drawn to people they can relate to. So what happened? People joined him on his team, corporate team. Muhammad Kamal, nuclear engineer. What? Wasn't looking for work. He working with Ash ungodly amount of hours. Why? Because he sees this is something that he can, at the end of his journey on this world, like everybody, can look back and say, I had something to do with changing the world for the better. Other people, I can't even name them all. Another one, Dr. Susan. She comes in. She's not looking for work. We were in a webinar one day and she had received a letter from a president of a country. I don't know about you. The last person notified me was McDonald's that I had a Happy Meal coming or something, okay? But that's the kind of people. Now you have Mohammed Nazal. Do yourself a favor. Look up Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world, and they do a light show. His job was involved in doing that light show. Burj Khalifa, Dubai. Okay, just put your head to that. He has joined our company. And now let me keep going. We're in Egypt. Egypt is on a fast course, AI and digital, everything. Machine learning, all of that. They're in a fast race to get there, to be one of the big movers and shakers of the world. Very smart. Dubai, you already know is. We're in Singapore. Ash has got an office in Orlando. No, it's not some big office with a lot of people. It's not needed. He's got an office where he goes in, gives them time to think, and run things from there. We are partnership with Dubai. We had all our videos, all our information, and all the of the aquarium that they have, all up and down the main road. Okay, now we have our name on a train station that has 700,000 to 1 million visitor people taking it every day. Who are these people? Movers and shakers in the world? No doubt. That's where they go to vacation. What else are they? They're people that work in IT, going to work and going home, going to work and going home. And when they're driving down, they go on the escalator inside the station, I'm passive. Going down the road, I'm passive. And on the light show that you're going to watch, if you go to ONPASSIVE.com, watch the light show, it will show you passive going up the Burj Khalifa. This company isn't playing. They're going for the big foundation. Why? So you and me don't get into a company that's going to last 6 months. It will change your life, my life, and everyone's life. So if you're looking for the captain of the ship and what is he and who is he and what makes him tick, he's the most unique individual, the biggest, hearted person I've ever met. I don't trust anybody more than Mr. Mapar. No one. I mean, no question about it. He earned it because of what he said and what he's done. No joke. You be the judge when you come in and see what's going on and what they've done for us. Did you know I paid $97 4.5 years ago to be part of this company so I could go on this journey? And do you know what they did? They gave it back, put it in our wallet, so if there's any products I want to buy, I can use that. So actually, I've been in for 4.5 years for free. And so is everybody else. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. We've been 41 minutes. I want to thank everybody. Robin, really, I love working with Robin. We're going to be together a lot because she can fill in definitely things I forget. Obviously says it better than I do. But really, I want to thank TikTok. I'm going to shut down for you because I'm going to say goodbyes on YouTube. But thank you. Tomorrow noon, I'll be back. And thanks for your support. Okay, I shut off TikTok. Robin, what else you got?
I just want to come back to ideas and where we're going with this and to help people to start thinking as we start moving forward. I know we've all got great talent in ONPASSIVE right now with our affiliates. We have great minds. We've got great intelligence. We've got great knowledge. Start thinking about what you might want to contribute. If you're a teacher, if you are an athlete, start thinking about either what groups you want to start creating within the ONPASSIVE system itself, whether you want to start thinking about what we can do after school curricular activities. Start drawing on your connections, on the people that you know. We were talking the other night about how the systems have closed down so many things for our children from young age all the way up to the teenage years in high school. There's no more music, I mustn't speak in absolutes, but many of the music post daily classes, after school activities have been canceled. Most of the sports activities have been canceled. Children are lost. Teenagers are lost. How about bringing those back into the community? How about having arts and crafts? How about having intramurals again in community centers? Not to create the competition, to create the sports and the camaraderie, the friendship, the togetherness that sports can bring to people. Let's get our children off the streets. Let's get them safe again. Let's get them tired so they sleep at night. Let's get them off their systems so that they're not glued to their social media or to their iPads and iPods and everything else. Let's bring them back to the family. Let's bring the family back into the forefront. It's important. We've lost family. As I say, we've got teachers, we've got athletes, we've got, there used to be home economics. There used to be shop. How do you put a light bulb in? How do you boil water? Wouldn't it be wonderful if people knew how to do that? Some of the others, Chris threw in as well. Financial understanding. How do you start to manage your allowances? If we can still give allowances, but with ONPASSIVE, you'll be able to put allowances back into children's pockets, giving them financial value and an understanding of how to do this. What about classes and again, after school activities, how about helping to explain what divorce is, what death is, what joy is, what kindness is, what giving means? There isn't enough of that going on anymore. So let's start thinking about what we can do. And that's not only all about Bless. It's about all sorts of people being able to contribute to one's own communities. We are all the same fundamentally. We bleed the color red. We cry salty tears. We feel when we allow ourselves to. And we have emotions ranging from absolute joy in celebrations and happiness all the way to anger and violence. Let's try and help and find ways to balance life and stop the extremes. I'm not trying to paint everybody beige here, but I'm trying to say, let's choose the colors we want to be. Let's make it a wonderful rainbow. But let's also do it safely. Let's also do it together. And let's help the next generations as they come up not be lost, not be confused, not be constantly in violent situations or drug situations because they're looking for money. So taking you back once again to ONPASSIVE being truly free to join, those of us who are in already and those of us who are joining, we will have the opportunity of traffic and purchasing traffic packages. And traffic in the past, in my experience, has been expensive and a waste of money because I bought lists and spent many, not as much as others, but in my financial amounts, a lot of money, to find that the phone numbers didn't exist, to find the emails were gone. The people I did speak to, they'd already been spoken to by 100 different people, and they wanted nothing to do with what I was talking about or trying to introduce them to. ONPASSIVE is going to have clean, targeted traffic. And what does that mean? That means that if you have a restaurant that sells veggie burgers, you will be able to send out and purchase traffic to specifically direct people to your veggie burger restaurant, not sending it to somebody who might need a winter snow tire. You're going to find somebody who wants to be part of your organization of whatever your business is, and you will be able to target that through setting it all up. And it's going to be valuable and it's going to be reasonably priced because it's ONPASSIVE. How do I know this without seeing this? Because it's ONPASSIVE. And because of everything that Ash has told us and everything that we have seen unfolding from Ash through all of this now. Some friendly reminders before it goes back to Marty, because I know he wants to. We've been talking a lot and there's so much more to talk about. But friendly reminders. Our ONPASSIVE contest finishes August 6, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, get in if you're not in already. You get your free products, but once you're in, you can win prizes up to the first prize of $10,000 for a total prize giveaway of $21,000 US for entering and joining the company for free before you even look at anything else. Not even a lottery ticket is a free ticket. So this really is free, everybody. Also, important, we are public. We're putting ourselves out there to the world. Be proud of your company. Our company is called ONPASSIVE, and it is spelled with capital letters. That's the only way to spell it. No excuses anymore. We are ONPASSIVE, capital letters. Say it proud, write it proud, be it proud. Let's support each other's YouTube channels with likes and subscriptions. You know what? We're doing that for the company. How about doing that for each other as well? Because we are the forerunners of people that we will be searched. We will be, we've been said and told before, the hunted. But people will be looking for us. So let's help each other with that as well. There's so many good webinars going on. There's so many good situations that are being put on and talked about with different groups and different people. Let's support each other. That's what ONPASSIVE is all about. And how can we do something out there if we don't do it here within ONPASSIVE first? This isn't a only do as I say. Let's do as I do as well. We're doing it to help the company. In turn, the company is helping us. So let's, in addition, help each other with all of this. You don't have to do it to everybody, but do it to those that you want to help and support. Listen with your 2 ears and sometimes just keep your mouth shut. Not everything needs a comment after somebody has said everything. And when we don't pay attention and when we're constantly rushing that person along so that we can say something that we want to say, how good a friend are we really being? Sometimes somebody just needs to talk. So zip the front mouth and listen with the ears and with your hearts. You will know how to respond if it's even necessary. Let's be kind, let's be polite, let's be respectful on webinars as well as talking to each other. And by kind, you never know what somebody else is going through. You don't know what's happening to them personally. You don't know what's happening in their lives. And your kindness to them, either listening to them, a please and thank you, or how are you today, can make the world of difference. So those are my reminders. Marty, this has been fabulous and wonderful. Thank you so much again for an excellent Saturday. And everybody out there listening, thank you so much for being part of OnPassive if you're with us already. And for those of you considering, we truly hope you will join us, because this is something that you will find out about, whether you do it now or whether you do it in 3, 4, 5 years from now. OnPassive is here to stay, and we are making a difference in the world. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Marty.
Absolutely. This was a lot of fun. If one person, if we touched one person, it was worth it. Really, really, really. If you want to get into the contest, scan that code. It'll tell you exactly what to do. It's very simple. Keep your credit card in your pocket. They don't need it. And I'm going to do a couple shout outs. We had close to 360 people total. Really good for a Saturday, because it's summer here. People are out doing things. But I really appreciate it. Obviously, this is recorded, and you can look at it anytime. And I would tell you, if I was looking to talking to people about OnPassive, you could share this video. Just tell them to sign up underneath you. That's what I would do. And before I close out, another thing about OnPassive, look at the social media sites we have now. Are they really safe for our kids and our grandkids? No, they're not. Very easy to answer that. OnPassive has ONET. All said and done, it's cowards, bullies, stalkers, whatever, can't go there. They can't. People can't hide there. You have to use your name. Nothing wrong with standing up for something you believe, but if you're willing to talk, you should be willing to put your name behind it. That's all. So anyway, let me say a couple of goodbyes. Thank you all for being here. It was a great show. I had a blast. Mohammed Nanir, thank you for being here. Cynthia, downtown Brown's in the house. Bitmata, hello. Burgess, Jesus Martinez, Kishi Nayak, welcome. Bishwash, welcome. Casey Zevenbergen's in the house. Anil Sharma, I think Casey Zevenbergen's, well, I don't have a voice. The one and only Listra, I'm not going to try it, is here. Hello, Listra. Juanita Stack, hello, Juanita. Mr. Robbie Kumar Roy, hello, hello, hello. Yin Yang 44 is always here. I appreciate it. Samantha Daku, welcome. Sakumar Wizwaz, welcome. Gina Viva's in the house. Goodwin Berna, welcome. Prablin, hello. Eureka Russell, welcome. M. Kylie, you're always here. I appreciate it. Really quiet, always there. Always. I appreciate it. It's a big deal. Thank you for the support. That's what I love. I love the support. I do this because I love doing it. Keep that in mind. It's not a job. I wouldn't work this hard at a job. Michael Champagne, hello. Martin Pierre, what's happening? What's happening? We have good Godwin Marina, welcome. Chris DeGrassi, Lori Lund, get that freaking Clydesdale ready. We're putting Chris on it. That's a scary freaking thought, man. Calistro Vessi, thank you for the super sticker. That was so kind of you. I don't want to miss that either. Oh, Rose Marie Bint, thank you for the super sticker. Peter, my brother Rogers, thank you for the super sticker. Peter is the one that invited me to this business. I am forever in debt because it's the best thing that's happened to me ever in the business world or even friendship. Okay, let me move on down. TJ Maxx. Casey Zimmerbergen. Marilyn Yole, welcome. Rose Mataby. Frank Rose in the house. Diona B. Coates, hello. Aaron Frost, hello, Aaron. I haven't seen you for a while. Thank you for being here. Elizabeth McPhee, thank you. Qatar Wood Cup 2022. Not sure what that means. I doubt very much if that's your name. Kathy Toth, welcome. Cynthia Deering's in the house. Doyle Engelbretson. Martin Pierre, I said hello. Anyway, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you so much for being. I got one question, and you can vote right here. Do you think, and if you don't, it's okay, thumbs up if you think we should post this video in updates for everybody to use and see. If not, just say no. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I just don't want to do it unless they see value in it for other people. So thumbs up, yes. Not so much, you can say no. I'll give you a couple seconds to vote real quick. What is that? Oh, nothing so far. I guess everybody said, bite me. Hold on. Let me go back. Yeah, I'm not getting any response at all. Now, that doesn't mean people aren't responding. Let me see. I know that you guys can only comment every 100 seconds, so that doesn't help. I kind of put handcuffs on you. I see thumbs up, though. Thank you. Thank you. I get it. I put the time limit on how can you vote. What an idiot. Anyway, so I think I'm going to do it. Thank you very much. Bob Young, thank you for being here. I'm going to team up with Robin again. It really works well, I believe. And I will see you all tomorrow at noon. Lord's will, I'll be there. All right. Adios.